Alright, stop doing everything. Listen, look over here, look over here. Everybody, look here. Look here. Now, एक काम करते हैं. Let's see the working of this one 654321 and then we'll analyze the algorithm. Be attentive, you had time. Now look over here, look over here. Look. Now, the imaginary wall is after 6. Okay, this is your last, attempt to understand this. Pay attention. Imaginary wall is after 6. Okay. Now, who is the first y? Tell me quickly. 5. The first y is 5. Is 5 less than 6? True. So, j equal to 0. This becomes 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Imaginary wall over here. Okay, look here, look here. Don't copy now, look here. Now, once that is over, now what is the next y? 4. The next y is 4. So, you will do the comparison. Is 4 less than 6? True. Is 4 less than 5? True. So, j? J will be 1 and 0. And after that, you have 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1. Imaginary wall over here. Now, who is the next y? 3. Okay, the next y is 3. Is 3 less than 6? True. Less than 5? True. Less than 4? True. J equal to? J equal to 210. Alright, 210. So, this will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1. Imaginary wall after 6. After 6. Alright. Then what is the next y? 2. The next y is 2. So now is 2 less than 6? True. Less than 5? True. Less than 4? True. Less than 3? True. J equal to? 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Imaginary wall after 6. Finally, what is the last y? 1. Now, is 1 less than 6, less than 5, less than 4, less than 3, less than 2? True. All true. So, j equal to, tell me. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, I have a question for you, simple question. Just keep this thing in your mind. In this working, this condition was false how many times? In this working, this condition was false how many times? 0 times. And why 0 times? That is not so difficult to understand. See, this array was in descending order. If it is in descending order, then obviously this condition will be always true. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now let's take the working of the best case, which I'll tell you very shortly. If you understood these two, then that is very simple. Now tell me, in the best case, this condition will be true how many times? 0. Pardon? 0. That means it is always false. Okay. So, in pass 1, tell me j took which all values? Now, we are talking about the best case working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are talking about that array. 0. Okay. Now, what I will do is, over here, whatever I am writing in red color, these are the values of j in the second working. Okay. In the best case, second working. Alright. So, in pass 1, j took which value? 0. Then pass 2. 1. Then pass 3. 2. Then 3. Then 4. That means in each pass, j took only one value. Do you agree with me? Yes. See, that is not very difficult to understand. What is happening in best case is the array is already sorted. Because the array is already sorted, no shifting, no swapping is required. So, you do one comparison and then this loop stops. You do one comparison, then this loop stops. So, in one pass, in one execution of I loop, that is in one pass, the j takes only one value. Any doubts with that? Sure. Alright, now the working is over. Now we move on to the next question. Alright, the three workings are over. Okay. Now, come on, write the next question. Very important. Right. Write a note on performance or efficiency or complexity of insertion sort. In your exam, they may give either the word performance or efficiency or complexity. Whatever comes, you are basically supposed to analyze insertion sort. Okay. Now, first write a note. The note is self-explanatory. Right. If this question comes in exam, then give the following. Number 1, function insert. Number 2, working for best case and worst case. Number 3, theory answer 21. Theory answer number 21 from PN11. Okay, listen. Now, if you are told to analyze insertion sort, first of all what you will do is you will give the function insert, then you will give the working for worst case and best case, and then you will do some mathematical derivation which is already there in your printed notes. Now, I will explain that thing to you. Okay. Now, listen to this very carefully, because this is for the first time we are analyzing some non-recursive algorithm. Okay. So, listen to this very carefully. If you are being told to analyze insertion sort, that means you need to find f of n. If you want to find f of n, you need how many steps? 2 steps. Same thing. Step number 1, tell me. Decide who is the critical operation, and then count the critical operations in terms of n. So, that idea is same. Now, the first question is, who is the critical operation? So, listen. Over here, we will consider this comparison as the critical operation. Y less than x of j will be considered as critical operation. Ask me a question. I will tell you after 15 minutes. Okay, I don't want to complicate and confuse you right now. I don't want to complicate the things and confuse you right now. So, after 15 minutes, we will discuss why this is a critical operation. So, for time being, this is the critical operation. Okay. Now, if this comparison is the critical operation, what is step number 2? Simple. How many times it executes? You already know how many times it executes. Tell me how. Yes. If you look a little carefully, you will realize this comparison is a part of the j loop. So, it will execute as many times as the values of j, and that is why we were so interested in the values of j. Alright. So, now what we will do, we will analyze insertion sort twice for best case and worst case. Now, what is the meaning of best case in general? Best case means, best case considers those conditions, those factors under which the algorithm takes minimum time. Best case considers those factors under which the algorithm takes. So worst case will consider those factors under which the algorithm will take maximum time. Over here, best case will occur if the array is already sorted in required order. Worst case will occur if the array is sorted in reverse order. But there is one thing, one misconception you should not have in your mind. The condition for best case and worst case keeps on changing from algorithm to algorithm. So for insertion sort, this is best and worst. It may not be the same for quick sort or merge sort. So what you studied today, ascending order best case, descending order worst case, may not be true for some other algorithm. That you have to understand. Okay. Alright. Now let's analyze insertion sort for best case. Let's find out how much time it takes in best case. Time means f of n. Do you remember that? Okay. So we have decided that this is the critical operation. Okay. So now all we need to do is we need to count how many times that critical operation executes in best case. So simple. If you remember, these are the values of j. Do you remember? Or you can look in your notebook. In one pass, j takes how many values in best case? 1. Now there are how many passes? 5. That means j takes 5 values. In all, in all. That means in the best case, this comparison executes a total of how many times? 5 times. Yes or no? Now what is 5 in terms of n? So I will write in best case f of n is equal to n minus 1. Do you understand that? Any doubts? If f of n is n minus 1, then f of n is big O of n. That's it. It's done for best case. Any doubts? Tell me. Now let's analyze this for worst case. Worst case. Okay. Now for worst case, have a look over here. I have written the values of j over here. Tu idhar baithega? Can you sit there? Just for 2 minutes. Now over here, have a look at the values of j. Tell me one thing, in the first pass, this j takes how many values? 1. So I'll write 1. Second pass? 2. Third pass? 3. Fourth pass? 4. Fifth pass? 5. Any doubts? Now listen to me very carefully, be very attentive. Let's say n is equal to 100. How much? 100. So in the first pass, in worst case, j will take how many values? 1. Huh? 1. Second pass? 2. Third pass? 3. Second last pass? 98. Think and tell me. 98. 98. Alright. Last pass? 99. Agreed? Now if you are attentive, what you should realize is, no matter what the value of n is, j will take 1 value in first pass, second 2 values in second pass, 3 values in third pass. That way in the second last pass it will be n minus 2, not n minus 1. Second last I said. In the second last it will be n minus 2, and in the last pass it will take how many values? What values? N minus 1. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes. Now these are the values which j takes. That means these are the number of times that critical operation executes. How to find f of n? Add them. So f of n is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and that goes on and on till here. Alright. Okay. I'll just write it again over here. f of n is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 1. Okay. Now, analysis of algorithm is over and now we start with mathematics. Now, there is something called mathematical induction. Either you should know this or you should trust me. So, as per mathematical induction, this summation is n into n minus 1 upon 2. So, this is equal to n square by 2 minus n by 2. Okay, over, f of n is done. Alright, so f of n is this. So, that is big O of what? N square, the highest term. Just answer a simple question. See, this is linear. What is this? Quadratic. Who will take more time, linear or quadratic? Quadratic, because this is worst case. Do you understand that? Any doubts in this? Sure. Okay, so efficiency analysis is done. Now give a heading in your notebook. Give a heading in your notebook. It's a big heading. This is done, huh? This is over. Any doubts? वही तो कोई बात करेंगे. Right. Note about comparison and shifting in bracket you write swapping close the bracket in non-recursive sorting algorithm. In non-recursive sorting algorithm. On है ना? Half an hour में auto off होता है मालूम है ना? हो गया? अच्छा, listen. Now be very attentive. What we are discussing is in general. It's not only about this particular lecture. Listen. Now, if you remember, you had asked me that why is this comparison the critical operation? Do you remember that? Okay, I had told you take that comparison is the critical operation. Now, in the next 5 minutes, we'll try to understand why that comparison was taken as critical operation. Be attentive, very conceptual. In your Viva, the examiner may ask you this question. Okay, why is that a critical operation? Listen. Now, you have to understand some simple fundamental things, very simple. Tell me one thing. In any sorting algorithm, will you have to do rearrangement of elements? Yes. My questions are so simple. In any sorting algorithm, will you have to do rearrangement of elements? Yes, you will have to rearrange the elements. Now, you will rearrange the elements either by shifting them or by swapping them. You will shift the elements from one place to another, or you will swap the two elements and that way you will rearrange them. Before shifting and swapping the elements, you will obviously do some comparison. You will not straight away shift or swap the elements. You will do first some comparison, and if that comparison is true, then only you will do shifting and swapping. Do you agree with me? Yes. So, see, what you need to understand, one very fundamental thing, in all the sorting algorithms, you will have to shift and swap elements, and that shifting and swapping is done based on some condition, comparison. Do you agree with that? So I can say that in all the sorting algorithms, let's talk about non-recursive sorting algorithms. In all the non-recursive sorting algorithms, we can take two operations as critical operations. We can take two operations as critical operations. First one, the comparison. Second one, the statement which does shifting. In insertion sort, it was this statement, which we didn't do in detail, but it was this statement. Any doubts here? Okay, I repeat, in any non-recursive sorting algorithm, we can consider two operations as critical operations. Number one, comparison. Number two, shifting statement, swapping statement. Any doubts? Now, if you are listening till here, if you are paying attention, you should ask me a question. No. Your question should be, then why we didn't take this as critical operation? Did you understand the question? Yes or no? Yes. So now what is the answer? Listen. Now I will tell you one statement. You have to tell me whether it is true or false. My statement is true or false. That you have to tell me. Okay. The number of comparison will always be lesser than the number of shifting. Huh? False. What is the true statement? Tell me. Now the true statement. The number of comparisons will always be greater than or equal to the number of shiftings, but never lesser than. See, it's common sense. See, you will always compare and then only you will shift. So it cannot happen that you don't compare and do shifting. You understood what I said? So the number of comparisons is always greater than or equal to the number of shiftings. Any doubts? Now, understand one thing. We are finally interested in finding big O notation. In big O notation, we are interested in finding what time? Maximum time. If we are interested in finding maximum time, why to count the number of shifting? Just count the number of comparisons. Because counting the number of comparisons will not give you the actual time, it will give you the maximum time. Over. So, did you understand this? Yes. So, now listen to this carefully. In any non-recursive sorting algorithm, the comparison will be a critical operation. But wait, is this a comparison? Yes. Huh? Yes. So, this is also a critical operation? No. Listen. This is a comparison. This is not a critical operation. So, which comparison is a critical operation? That comparison in which we compare array elements. That comparison in which we compare array elements. See, y is actually x of I. So, you are comparing who and who? So, now I will put it all in one statement. In non-recursive sorting algorithms, the comparison of array elements will be a critical operation. Alright, I'll dictate a note, right. Right, point number 1. Whenever we sort an array, we will have to rearrange the elements of the array. Full stop. This rearrangement is done by shifting or swapping of array elements. Next point. However, before shifting or swapping, we will have to do comparison of array elements. Next point, comparison of array elements. Next point, Hence, in any non-recursive sorting algorithm, we may consider comparison and shifting as critical operation. Next point. The number of comparisons is always greater than or equal to the number of shiftings, ब्रैकेट में लिखो, or swappings. The number of comparisons is always greater than or equal to the number of shiftings, in bracket swappings. Last point. While analyzing an algorithm, we are interested in finding maximum time. Hence, we may consider only, now write the next 4 words in some other ink, highlight the next 4 words. We may consider only comparison of array elements come back to normal ink as critical operation. As critical operation.